Welcome to episode 1 of the Vegas Benchwarmer movie review. Okay, so we're starting with the Benchwarmers, the 2006 movie that
Classic.
I would not call it a classic.
2006 classic.
I would not. I would. What is another word for what
It's
are
your
those?
classic Happy Madison special.
No,
Yeah.
this might be the worst Happy Madison movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold up. I don't think you've seen all of them.
I've seen a ton
Little
of them. One of my
Nicky. Little
favorites.
Nicky would like a word.
Lil
One of
Nicky
my
would like a
favorites
word
is
with you.
Grandma's Boy. Okay, I love.
Oh, Grandma's Boy's amazing. Grandma's Boy's amazing. Happy Gilmore's and Billy Madison are
Yes.
probably the Mount
Don't get me
Rushmores.
wrong. He's got some fucked up ones. I know that. But this movie is unbelievable in any way, shape, and form.
It has its moments. It has like two moments.
Yeah. Okay. So, Mo, what's your thought process? Go ahead and give us a rundown on your thought process of the movie.
I mean, I know they try to use the formula of the underdog versus the world, but the premise overall to begin with is just fucked up. Like, where in the hell are you gonna find a league that lets three adults play against nine kids? How is it
They
that
made
it isn't
the
until their
movie who
tenth
made
game
it.
that they run into the situation where they're all on base and then either have to forfeit or have agoraphobia homie come in to um, bat because they don't have enough players. Like at that, like from the beginning, I would have thought that they would have had the little kids playing. Like that would have made more sense. So that's the part where it was a far reach for me. And I know it's a movie and you're supposed to suspend disbelief and all that, but that part was the only thing that it's a little hard to get over. But other than that, it's a little campy. Like I said, it had its moments. But yeah, not probably something you would recommend off top.
Sam, what are your thoughts? What is your overall thoughts on it? What was your
First of all, this movie is definitely like trying to be the 90s in 2006. Definitely did not execute that well. Very gross out humor too. A lot of gross ass scenes. And then just Rob Schneider.
It wasn't canceled for sure. This in this era.
It would have been canceled if it was made today. Rob Schneider would have been canceled. David Spade would have been canceled, and Napoleon Dynamite would have been canceled. And somehow they gave him a character that was even honestly like Eric talked about how he doesn't like Napoleon Dynamite a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
This character that he played was so much worse. It really was.
It was like Napoleon Dynamite playing baseball.
It wasn't even Napoleon Dynamite playing baseball. This character was literally like dumb as fucking nails.
He wore a bicycle helmet the whole game.
Yeah, he literally wore it the whole movie until the end.
You know
what? He's Jeffy before Jeffy.
You don't know if he has mental issues or if he's just fucking stupid.
That might have been who they based Jeffy on, the puppet from the SNL.
All I know, okay, so this is my overall of this movie is I will say there's only two good things about this movie. John Lovitz is fucking
John Lovitz is great.
He is fucking hilarious. A nerd
John
that
Lovitz
is a billionaire and has all of these fucking dumbass cars. And the part, so that's that he was good. Outside of that, none of this movie is believable. You're talking about the three adults playing against kids. They were all junior high kids, by the way. They weren't even fucking high school kids. They were all junior high kids. You're talking about that. What hold on. When the fuck has Rob Schneider ever been considered an athlete? Can we start there? Like, there are moments in this movie where Rob Schneider stands up to a big bully. Like, he's going to beat his ass.
That was an interesting plot twist.
Been a believable jock. The fact that Terry Crews was like, he used to pick on everybody. Rob Schneider is as small as me. That was completely unbelievable. And the whole movie is about bullying. It's about the kids bullying the other kids. But somehow, for an hour and 12 minutes of this movie, it is adults bullying the shit out of junior high kids in baseball games.
Well, wouldn't you think after Rob Schneider hit that ball in that kid's freaking chest that the cops would have been called or something?
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. What about David Spade drop kicking the shit out of the catcher?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Right,
Rob Schneider.
That's the only other good part of the movie was him drop kick. That was fucking hilarious.
I think that kid deserved it. I mean, seriously, that kid deserved it.
All kids deserve to get drop kicked, but I mean, it's a
That kid
movie,
roasted his ass though. That kid got David Spade pretty good.
and I'm sorry, what's up with all the titty twisting?
I was gonna say they definitely had a weird obsession with titty twisters in this movie.
Yeah, the freaking. Also, they had a weird obsession with like that guy that was like always shirtless around like the masculine men.
Oh yeah, no, that's because they were showing he was gay, and he was fucking the other girl.
Yeah.
We all knew
Oh,
that.
Sean Salisbury was acting his ass on this whole movie. You might
Sean
say, wait,
Give me
what?
Salisbury was
Acting
fucking
his ass.
1 second. I'm
He was
sorry.
fucking horrible. He
I
was
left up
horrible.
the.
Well, that's why acting his ass on, because acting his ass off would be good. He was bad, so he was
Wasn't the
fucking
fucking steroid freak that used to play with the fucking Broncos that was in this damn movie?
Romanowski.
Romanowski was fucking horrible. Terry Crews was
Yeah. Craig
shot.
Kilborn was terrible.
It was fucking. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Like it's got to be great to be a friend of Adam Sandler.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, I was gonna say at this
Amazing.
point he just makes whatever, and he's
Well,
like,
this
yeah,
was
it'll be
before
great.
this was before he started making whatever. This was when he was still living
I
off of
think this was
Waterboy.
he was also
well,
an
I
SNL
think
member. He was living off of SNL.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm saying at this point he's got FU money, so
Why did David Spade have that haircut?
He had the bowl cut.
I think that's purposeful. Like, how can you make it look nerdier?
He didn't really look. And then this. I'm sorry. We're supposed to. How old are these motherfuckers?
So I don't know. Do we care?
39, because he said 39-year-old virgin.
Oh
You
yeah.
mean to tell me they are our fucking dog? Like, okay, hold on. I did. How old is the other kid with the helmet?
And that's the part that's weird because he doesn't seem like he would be that old. But it's like the Fairy Jerry was supposedly in school with both of them, right? Because he was their bully, supposedly.
Jerry, that was such a stupid line.
Yeah, Fairy Jerry was in school with both of them.
So,
yeah, you see that? They made a sequel to this that I wanted to show.
I saw that when I was streaming the other one yesterday, but it looked like that one would be even worse.
I don't even want to touch that. Dude, so my favorite part of this movie, though, like the one part I want to give props to was when Carlos shows up in the movie.
Fucking hilarious.
Oh, the Dominican ringer?
Yeah, I freaking love that. I am 12. Ooh, my tummy hurts. And then just like
the birth certificate. No, the birth certificate was the best part of that little fucking portion of it. With his I am 12. He's like, is that green crayon?
Another question I have is, why did it matter? They were playing grown ass men.
So you know the name of the tournament was a
bunch of little leaguers and 3 older guys.
3 older guys, yeah.
So, but why would it matter if they got a ringer? They were playing
because he's good. These other people weren't good, I guess. But Rob Schneider was.
The rules are only the 3 bullies can bully the kids, but they can't bring in like somebody that like even Quentin, my son, when he said he's like, why the fuck does it matter? They're playing grown ass men.
Yeah, so there are only 3 that were allowed in, and Tim Meadows was like, the fuck? This guy has a kid.
He did have a kid.
Dude, Tim Meadows, I love Tim Meadows. He is so hilarious and underutilized in this movie.
He really was.
Yeah.
He really was. Because he's a funny guy. They just wanted to get the stars in there. At the time, Sean Salisbury was big on fucking ESPN, and Romanowski was huge. Terry Crews was just. First of all, what the fuck is up with hitting mailboxes? Again, this whole movie is about bullying.
Oh, good point. So, great story. After you finish, and I was gonna also ask everybody a question, kind of along those lines. Like, what's the dumbest shit that you guys ever did? Like, you know how they were doing the ding dong ditch in the mailboxes. Did you guys ever do any of that shit coming up?
Nah.
Yes. We can get to that in a second. Let's get to that in the end. I don't, because that'll go on to a long, drawn out thing. But yeah, what was up with like the whole movie is about bullying,
Yeah, and then you have
anti-bullying.
Reggie Jackson coming out of nowhere telling them ding dong ditch, break
Yes,
people's mailboxes, and play hot.
yes.
Yeah. Like he
And you
hates
want to know
bullies,
the
but then
worst?
he is a bully.
That training only affected one scene, and it was when David Spade was hitting the mailboxes.
Right.
True.
And
Also,
he didn't even hit the mailbox, so that wouldn't even have like worked for him. Like he was terrible at that practice. Oh no, he did hit it, but that's when he wrung his
also,
hands, right? Yeah.
why do they have selective rules? Okay, so I know in baseball, I don't know much about baseball, but I know in baseball, on the third strike, if the catcher drops the ball, they can run,
Yep.
and he's got to throw the ball to first base. Why the fuck was that not a rule in the game? Because David Spade dropped every fucking ball. The only time it was a rule was in the last game.
So the only reason why it didn't affect them in the game because there's only 3 players. There's no one on first, so they're just like, all right, we'll take this rule out for the 3 older guys.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Second issue I have with this is all these guys are smart. All these coaches are smart. They're good enough to lead these great teams. Why didn't they just walk the motherfucker?
Yeah, just walk Gus and strike out the
Just
other 2
walk
kids.
Gus. That's it. That's all they had to do. Gus would have you walk him the first inning. As soon as he gets up to bat, walk. That's all they had to do. So I'm not. I know you're like Mauricio said earlier. You're supposed to suspend your belief, but when you're in sports and you just make the rules they just don't make sense.
But that's
Like,
the thing with all these Happy Madison movies. They always make up rules to make the main characters look better.
but there's no way you can make these characters look better. Fucking Rob Schneider as a fucking athlete. Are we fucking serious? Hitting fucking home runs. I don't
Also,
give
having a
fucking
hot wife, that's no.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up with Rob Schneider not wanting to smash though? That's also another
Oh,
suspending
because he's like,
disbelief.
oh, I
I was
don't want
like, bro, you'd rather go play with these?
or karma's gonna
You,
catch up to him.
And again, why did he tell his wife he was going on a conference? Why didn't he tell his wife he was going to play baseball?
Yeah, like tell the
yeah.
truth. Oh,
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
just
and also
and
when he's like, I thought it was mountain time. Like that would mean you would have had to been home earlier, you dumbass.
You fucking idiot. Exactly.
And she's like, "Oh, next time it's Pacific time." She's like the coolest wife ever.
like, oh,
No,
That shit would never happen.
the coolest, most naggiest wife I've ever met. Because it was like she nags you, but you just have to give her a stupid ass reason, and she's like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Okay.
I mean, this girl also literally just walked in the shower and pissed on the floor while she was standing.
Oh,
So overall, there's nothing. This isn't even a dumb comedy to me. It doesn't make sense. There's too many rules that you have to bend, and
When I
none
was
of it.
younger, this movie was funny because you didn't have to think about this. I am now 28. It's not
Oh, that's
funny.
right. You're the only one that actually saw this as a younger person.
I saw this when I was in 6th grade.
Okay, so we all. I saw. I was.
so was there shit
adult.
that you didn't get before that now you're like, oh,
The fucking I was like the whole thing with him like not wanting to smash his wife to make the kid. I was like, that seems weird. What the hell?
yeah,
The rest of it was all child humor anyway. That was the only
Okay.
yeah.
thing.
What about my favorite was Marty in the video store. Hey Marty, I'm gonna split early. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, that was funny. I loved that when I was a kid.
I'm gonna
I
be
still like
honest.
that.
I do love Nick Swartzen. I think he is fucking hilarious.
Which character was he?
He's the guy
Nick
that
Swartzen, the agoraphobia dude.
played Agoraphobia
Okay.
dude. He's fucking hilarious in most situations.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a
Really
roller
is.
skating gay guy in Reno 911. He was in Grandma's Boy. But in this movie, why the fuck was he eating sunscreen?
Well, he was scared of the
Oh,
sun.
just to be weird. Yeah, just what was up with the Clay Aiken reference? That was like the first time I had heard of Clay Aiken, and I was like,
He
wow,
was in the time,
that's like,
Clay.
well, I
Yeah,
know that's what I mean. Like that's how you know it's 2006.
Yeah, they dated
That was
each other.
like, yeah, somebody watching that nowadays, who the fuck is Clay Aiken?
No, you know it was 2006 because people were trying to make Rob Schneider a leading actor. That's how you know it was fucking 2006.
Also, fucking
Remember the
Napoleon's cell phone when he gets that text.
Oh yeah.
That shit was fucking looking bulky.
All of it looked bulky. Their haircut, everything.
They really ruined him there. Like, he's such a good actor. To have him play whatever the hell that was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
bad.
They could have made him
It was like
weird.
a diluted Napoleon. It seemed like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
that was that. He was horrible in that. David Spade just played David Spade with the fucking haircut.
Sammy the Spitter, was he necessary?
No. That was again. Okay, I have another question. Another question. The movie was about getting kids to play on the field. They wanted kids to play, the other kids to get a chance. So they wanted to fight back the bullies and make them an underdog story, which I don't understand how any fucking 3 adults are underdog story. I'm telling you right now, guys. Us 3 could go beat a team of fucking 12-year-olds. Okay, as long as they weren't in the Little League World Series. As
I
long as
don't
they weren't in the
know.
Little League World Series.
Some of those kids be throwing cheese.
I don't give a
Sorry,
fuck.
but these kids don't look like they're in the Little League World Series.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
movie.
So if we're talking about the top echelon, but we could go pick a little team out, and us 3 could beat them. Could completely beat them. I don't know who the fuck's gonna pitch. We would have to have a pitcher. That's all we'd have to find. We'd have to find a pitcher.
If they can hit and place the ball, we're fucked, bro. Because if you don't have a fielder, like you have one outfielder,
Oh,
like
we're good. We're good. We're good. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that. Okay. We'll make up some stupid ass rules like they made up. Okay. You can only throw it straight over the plate because that's all they were fucking throwing. So we'll make up.
Yeah,
some
they
dumb
didn't
ass.
even try to throw it outside.
Exactly. There was no curveballs, no nothing. But the whole movie was about this. The whole movie was about them beating these kids. And it's not till the very last game do the other kids get to play. And everybody's cheering them on. Parents are cheering. Y'all had kids as fucking announcers, as high fivers. Y'all couldn't add them to the team.
No, apparently not.
Like that would have been a better movie to me if you take that little nerdy ass boy that got beef stewed in his face. Who the fuck calls that shit beef stew anyway?
That was the name of it back then.
Really? You've heard that before?
I haven't done it. I haven't had it, but I knew it was called beef stew.
I never heard it.
I've never
I heard it called crops instead.
Is that an East Coast thing?
Must be.
I don't know if it's just an East Coast thing, but I know it was a thing.
Well, you learn something new every day. That was actually called beef stew.
It was stupid.
But it would have been better if you had him and those original kids that were at the park. If you would have combined the adults with those kids, that would have been better.
The Snoop Dogg football movie. If they were coaching the kids, that would have been better.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of other things. But to just put some random ass, and the only way you can ever make Rob Schneider seem like he's a super duper athlete is to put him against 12-year-olds. Like that to me was the most when he stood.
I mean, they put Rob Schneider in other fucking positions that would never be believable in other circumstances, like American Gigolo. So
yeah, but in American Deuce Bigelow, in the original Deuce Bigelow, it was funny as shit because he wasn't getting the hot bitches, he was getting the ugly bitches. Remember the fucking narcolepsy bitch? He was getting. Did you say steak? No, I said this must be a mistake. He was getting. So he had to work his way up to the hot bitches. In this movie, he just gets the hot bitches right away. All of it's hot. Like he went from I'm a lawnmower.
Also, who the fuck can just leave their job
in the middle of the fucking lawn to go play baseball?
Right? Yeah.
How is that okay?
Right. His client's gonna fire the shit out of his head.
Luckily, it's his lawn company, so it didn't matter.
No, but I mean, if you're hiring them to do your lawn and he's just bouncing on you, it's like, bro, what the fuck? Taking your shit and
you look like a person that cares about your lawn if you had a lawn.
Yeah, and then also freaking the newspaper boy keeps throwing him on the roof.
You mean to tell me it's probably the same fucking house? That bitch is probably dead. That's what's probably happened. She's probably fucking dead. Okay.
I hope someone checked on her.
Somebody go check on her ass. Do a neighborly visit. Have her lawns cut and that bitch, and she gets those newspapers. Okay, so if we had to overall grade the movie, what would we say the overall grade is?
Oh man, you probably give it like a 3 or something.
Okay, what are we doing? 1 to 10?
Owes me some points.
Are we doing 1 to 10, 1 to 5?
Yeah, it's like 3 out of 10.
Yeah, because the problem with 1 to 5 is there's too many movies that get bunched up. Then we get like 3.2.
Yeah, I always like a out of 10.
Okay, 1 to 10. Okay. With 5 being average, right?
I'll say like a 3 out of 10 for me.
Okay. What do you give it?
-7. I want my time back.
I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed it because I got to watch it with my son. So it was one of those like having movies like that, watching it with it was pretty cool.
I didn't
But
get
really,
that luxury.
yeah, really honestly. So he picks up different shit that I do. But really honestly, I mean, I'm giving it like, yeah. Is it the worst movie I've seen? No.
Oh, it's not the worst movie I see. I just want my time back.
Is it in the top 5? I don't know. See, that's the problem. And I've rated this before with the movie thing, and I went too high on one of the horrible movies, and it fucked up the whole rating. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with a 2. I'm gonna go with a 2. I'm gonna say it's below average. Below average.